Ladies and gentlemen, SideStrafe back with some more World of Tanks, and it's feeling like a Conqueror kind of day. So let's have at it. This is, of course, live. Still running on 8.7. As most of you know, North America is, I believe, last to get the patch updates, unfortunately, so it is what it is. Oh, finish him off. He's tracked. Finish him. See if they're going to get him in time. There we go. Love when that happens. But, you know, I'm not super excited for 8.8. There's a couple of things that I like, but I'm not going crazy for it. So, waiting on it, not as painful as it has been in the past. And we have to watch out here because they do have a GW Tiger who can throw a shot over these buildings at this point. There's the IS-7. Ah, that wasn't worth it. I was thinking the second this IS-8 pulls back, I'd take the shot and roll, but IS-7 had enough time to get into position, so that wasn't really a good idea. I don't like taking, you know, a shot for a shot. Alright, so again, we have to keep in mind that that GW Tiger is just waiting for targets of opportunity. Although he might be worried about this assault, which is going to be perfect for a distraction because it looks like we've got the advantage. So he's going to be worrying about seeing this because they're going to be lit. Now again, this path is actually quite risky because once you pass these buildings here, you can be open to artillery fire. Cupola shot onto the 103. What's this VK-45 doing? He's completely exposed. Maybe he's tracked, but I don't know why he's sitting at that strange angle. I can't say that that IS-3 is very smart either. Look at what he's presented to me. That's fine. Burn, baby, burn. Ooh, that could have been bad if he was looking at me, but I think they had him tracked. Oh, that's a 57 heavy. 2 shots out. 103 on the 6. Try to just go for a tracking shot there. He's got some cupola for me, that's fine. There's his shot, and I think I'm going to try to do the cupola again if I can. Nope, that just went right over as he moved a little bit. Ah! You know what? I've almost gotten used to my FV because the reload time is better. I was almost thinking that I might have him there. Keep moving around so he doesn't have a shot on my 6. They've taken care of him. GW Tiger is all that's left, so there's that. Good job, team, on that one. It's funny how you almost get used to other tanks. You're like, thinking that reload speed is ready. I thought I was going to be able to hit that 103 in the side, but it just didn't happen. I was like, oh, I'm still reloading. But not bad. Not bad at all with the Conqueror there. Speaking of the 215, let's go ahead and do a game with that. Why not? I still consider this to be a bad luck tank for me. I think it has something to do with the tiering, just in general, but Because I think the tank is actually good. It does perform. You know, the extra armor, the placement of the turret makes it great for side scraping, but I just run into matches where I feel like I don't have enough team support when I'm in this thing. I don't know. I mean, that can happen at tier 10, you know. So, you know, typical thing here. Grab the hill. Maybe. But you have to place this, because you can't hold down with it because of where the turret's at. So you almost have to push to where the front presses up against where there's some rubble on the hill. And that's only also going to work if your team is supporting you. Otherwise, you get stuck up there by yourself. So we'll see how many people go this route. Because this turret is very bouncy, unlike the Conquerors. They have the same design, but this one has a lot more armor. Even the cupola, you can see how it's slanted back there, angled. It can actually bounce. Not always, but it can. Depends on the caliber. Not a whole lot going up this route. It's just this T-110, Indian Panzer, and an E-50. If they send the bulk of their forces up here, we could be in trouble. There's a bat chat. Now I'm going to try to push into my usual spot. Oh no, not a Foch. I hate those things so much. See, we have to move up on them. Goodness gracious. This could be bad. Okay, so the T-110 is grabbed this position. Oh no, E-100 as well. See, this is a good spot for this tank, but I just don't have the support. Alright, well that was quite the mistake there. Kind of curious as to where he hit me. There might have been a chance without the E-100. Now that he's shown up though, and I have a feeling that he's going to be overconfident because of what he is. Ricochet. And then you're going to have the typical Foch thing where he's just going to charge in and try to wreck everything. Yeah, so here's Mr. Foch. And there's that. And one more and I'm done. Told you. Bad luck tank. I'll put the blame on me on that one because I probably shouldn't have even come up here with so little of the team at the position. I've held this spot for quite some time in the past, but I couldn't get into a good side scrape position. And dealing with an E-100 and a Foch, forget it. Just pointless. Just go home. Thank you. Come again. The second I saw the Foch, I was already worried. Then when the E-100 showed up, I knew it was pretty much over. I could have retreated, which actually wouldn't have been a bad idea. I would have then had to just turn around, run away. In the process, of course, get yelled at by my team for running away, but it would have been better to just fall back, bail, maybe cover them as they try to come in through here, track them because I have a high rate of fire. But, you know, mistakes were made on my part. I'm not really going to thank my team for anything, but it is what it is. So we could, of course, wait for another game in that, but I'm not going to do that. It is time for the Mark 7/1. Feeling a bit British today. Hopefully we can redeem that fail battle. But anyway, like I said in my previous World of Tanks video, you have to learn from your own mistakes. You have to learn from bad games. You have to learn from the mistakes of your team. And in some cases, you have to learn from the victory that the other team was able to achieve. You have to maybe look at what they did right, look at what you did wrong, look at what your team did wrong. Sometimes I'll sit back and spectate to watch how other people play, learn. But in that case, there was just nothing to see. It was just, you know, really bad positioning. And I didn't really call for any backup on the hill. So, you know, I didn't communicate. It's just a crap game. I'm not going to overanalyze that one. So anyway, moving right along with the 7/1. Going to go to my usual spot, I think, on this map. Although, if you think about it, long-range tank, I might try something a little different, actually. Depending on our split. I might hang out. Let's see, we've got 2 covering the east, which is not much. I usually go east, but I want to see what happens in this field. Because they do have a T-71, and we all know where those lights love to travel. So again, we have 13 plus minutes here. We can afford to wait a little bit and see what they feel like doing. Are they going to push fast? Are they going to defend? We can wait. Looks like a Carnarvon versus an IS here. See, again, that's not great. If this guy maybe pops around to get some sort of flank shot. Not sure what this guy's up to. Tiger 2. And that T-71, if he's smart, he's waiting for the opportunity to fly in and take out artillery. But we also have a Leopard 1 and a Pershing on guard duty here. So any attempt to break through will be met with a few rounds out. You can see we've got a Centurion on the high ground who's already taking a hit. We're taking a hit, invisible tanks, which shot managed to bounce. Felt like a lower caliber, maybe the T-71. I think I'm going to move up to the top. The other issue is sometimes just waiting for the right spot to put a round out, you know? Like this guy's getting hit here. A little bit of peekaboo there. Up, Panther 2's on our 6, but it's hard to get through there. The ST is the biggest threat on this left side. So I'm watching, you can see how I'm watching both angles here. Ready to press. That's 7-1. Just needs to make one little mistake. East side might have a problem. So I kind of want to assist. Ah, shot went too low because I'm on that little piece of debris there. It's amazing how much that little bump will mess you up. Object 268. Don't want to really run into that. Watching this flank here, you can see we've got a few extra targets that I hope aren't really paying attention to me. ST. I don't know. I don't think he has the upgrade. Wait. I don't think he has the upgraded turret, so there's more of an opportunity there. There's this T-32 perhaps rolling through. We finish him off. There's a T-34 who just fired his shot. But he is... Alright, still around that corner. Did they get the ST? I would love for him to back up. Keep backing up. There we go. Oh, there's a 34. Give him the turret. Give him the turret. Give him the turret. If he's going to bounce, it's going to be on the turret, but he's got too much backup. Flank is a problem right now. Dang it. That would have been a nice shot to have. Object. I'd almost rather just deal with the 34. Oh no. You gotta be kidding me. The worst hit that I could possibly take. Ammo, stowage, and track. You fracker. And I think I just hit the gun of the T-34. Oh, but it's invisible any other time of the day. Could really use some help. I can't reload in time, so I'm pretty much screwed here. Well, took him with me, but I'm done. Dang it! You know, the ammo rack on these Centurions is just still rubbish. You get hit anywhere in the front. It's pretty much good night, sweet prince. He managed to hit me perfectly, disabling my track. And the ammo rack. That was a nightmare shot. We did pretty well on our own, but they're also taking the base, which is unfortunate. And guess who's still alive? They're T-71. So, there's that. Well, not crazy on damage, but just got some finishing blows there. Not the worst game I've played, but see, I had good situational awareness there. I knew when we were getting flanked. I knew when to get out of there, but unfortunately, man, that ammo rack really, really made me suffer. We could have taken that IS-3 out a little quicker. The other issue is that T-34's main gun, when it's a corpse, you can still hit it and it'll block your shot. I mean, it's funny considering that, you know, the barrels will just go through objects, you know, which I've always thought, what do you guys think? I've always thought, okay, you're in a tank. The barrel should not be, I don't know, it should not be no clip. It should be a real object. The barrel, I've always felt, should be able to hit something. If you're driving and you try to turn the barrel, it should hit it, and you're next to a building, then there should be a collision with that building. If you try to roll up to a tank, you shouldn't be able to push your barrel through the tank. I think that would eliminate a lot of the face-hugging issues of the game, and it would also require people to play a lot smarter, really. You know, when you're using cover and whatnot, you can't just hang out, hug a building because you got to watch that barrel. I mean, that's just, even in this arcade kind of game, I think that would actually improve things. But you can't do it now because everybody would just complain. It's way too late for them to add that as a change. People would just flip out. So hopefully War Thunder will have barrel collision, because I think that's important. I mean, it's it's a gun barrel. Why wouldn't it? So anyway, not really an example of some amazing games. I'll take some blame on the second one, but I'm not really going to take any blame on the last one there. I went into a different location. I went up the middle a bit more instead of going full on east where I usually go. Maybe they could have used a bit more of my support over there. But again, it's a team effort. It's not SideStrafe has to save the day time. You know, it's you can't blame yourself for those types of losses, really. And if I were to do something differently, well, my angle of approach against that IS-3 was not great. It allowed him to track me, and I think it probably went in through one of these tracks and just, well, actually it would have been, I'm trying to think, because your ammo rack, they've got ammo stowed here, because here's your driver compartment. Your driver sits about here. So your ammo rack, you've got some ammunition stowed here, which I just think was a dumb idea in general. But I think somehow he got through, and it probably went into an angle, because I came out like this way. So his shot, I'm not sure actually how he hit me, but it either went here or here and then came into a track, or just somehow through the track into the stowage. Maybe, I'm feeling like maybe it was more through this into this section like that. And I had already used my kit to fix the track before. And yeah, so that was problematic there. But even with that, really, we still killed the IS-3. We would have had to run around to deal with the threats on the flank. So it was probably going to be a loss anyway. Plus, they were capturing. It was probably the T-71, who, like I said at the beginning of the match, was waiting for the right moment to attack. And he did. That's the smart way to play lights. Even if you don't get any kills. Well, let's look at him, actually. Let's see about that. Okay, well, he did nothing. In fact, well, he has some base. So I think he probably captured, or he went to capture base with this guy. So it was him and the Panther. This guy's got some base capture points. So 3 people at the end there ended up with some cap points. I'm not going to give this guy as much. I thought I was going to give this guy some credit, but nah, not really, because I don't know. I mean, he's got the most base capture. So he went in at the end. He waited to maybe go grab some artillery or something. So whatever. Not horrible. Not a horrible idea. Just maybe the execution wasn't fantastic for him. But you can see that what we did there, actually, assistance in destroying quite a few targets. Yeah, for me, as a personal victory, not bad. And that's what I've been doing lately, actually, with World of Tanks, looking at personal victories. Because until 8.8, you know, which is obviously right around the corner, you're not getting rewarded enough. And really, even in 8.8, you're only going to get rewarded when you see a hero medal. So that's still kind of difficult in itself. But I try to still look at personal victories. How did I do? How did I perform as an individual? I can only help the team so much, and sometimes I'm going to make a mistake or two, but really, how did I do? Walk away. All right. I'm satisfied with what I did. Last games, okay. 1 or 2 mistakes, but all gravy. Move on. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, with that said, hopefully you've enjoyed this look at some of my British vehicles. I will see you on the next one.